4.5 hours from Las Vegas and situated in the middle of the Nevada desert, we arrive at our haunted destination. Although the majority of these buildings sit empty or are no longer inhabitable, there is one in particular that not only holds the secrets of Belmont's past, but ghosts as well. The Belmont Courthouse. As we begin our interviews, little did we know that the spirits would end up making their presence known before our overnight investigation starts.
So what can you tell me about Belmont?
Well, Belmont was a mining community, one that was discovered about 1865, 66. Of course, there's a couple of men who are given credit for discovering it, but we all know that it was really the Indians who showed them the area. And then in 1874, there was a series of events that occurred that led them to believe they needed to have a courthouse. A couple of prisoners had escaped from the jail. It was so poorly put together, and when they were recaptured, they decided that a vigilante group decided it was time to rid the community of that element, and they went in and hung the two men in the jail.
And y'all do have cells back there. Are those the original cells?
Yes, they are.
Who knows what happened there in those cells?
Oh, yeah, you know? Very true.
We know that energy can attach itself to places, buildings, and people, so we definitely want to check those out.
The room we're in right now is the treasurer's office, and he's probably the only one we really know of who ever died within the building.
He was a long-time treasurer, 21, 22 years.
He knew he was going to be audited, and he thought the only way out of this was to go ahead and take poison, and they found a little bottle of poison that he had taken, and he did end up dying in here. So if there's any ghosts here, I'm sure his is the one that's probably going around, and he's not very happy that he had to go out that way because it was rather embarrassing.
Now, I've heard of a mention of an Indian, like you said, you're not sure if he was hung out here, but
there was an Indian who.
One second. Did you make a noise?
no.
Okay.
After hearing this voice come through Terry's mic, I stopped the interview to review the video.
That's only audio.
No, I didn't hear it when it first come up either. We were sitting right there. It's crazy. Yeah.
No one else in the room heard this, and no other audio captured it other than Terry's.
Yes, there was an Indian who had gotten into a fight.
The gentleman was called Indian Dave. Apparently he beat a Chinese man to death by locks over a mining claim. When the day come to meet his maker,
It was a show of it. Everybody in town came and sat around and had their picnic lunches and prepared. And the individual who was going to be hung proceeded to tell his side of the story. While he was standing there, he could see the individuals down in the cemetery digging his grave. And when all was said and done, he went over and stepped on where the trap door was. The sheriff tied his arms to his side so that he wouldn't throw him out when he reached there and not fall through the door, and he proceeded to be hung.
He was hung here?
Mm-hmm. He was hung here, right back here in the backyard. Something happened, and apparently the way they put the noose on didn't do what it was supposed to do and just break his neck and be basically an instantaneous death. He suffered in the records for over 12 minutes.
Have any of the people that are restoring the building experienced anything?
Yes, there have been people. I had a tour earlier this year, and there was an individual on that tour who I was telling him of what we've had, that paranormals come in and observe in the building. And he made mention that he had been here when a group was here, and he was standing at the base of the stairs talking, and something threw a rock from the second floor down towards him. They turned around and there was no one there.
Like I say, it was cold outside, but all the doors and windows were closed, so there's no reason. But there was a cold breeze come down this hallway and through that door that we both looked at each other like, what the? But there's been other groups here that has seen an Indian lady both standing at the head of this staircase and at the top staircase going up into the attic. It turned out to be a girl by the name of Marion. We think she was probably, or they think, she was probably a matron for the sheriff, Sheriff Logan, at the time.
So 2 different groups seen this apparition of an Indian woman.
Yeah.
Wow. You personally, do you feel that there is energy here from past people that used to come in and out or that were killed?
There was things we couldn't explain. And it changes when you're basically a non-believer and you have things like that that's not electrical or electronical. It can give you a different outlook on it.
Hey,
Huh?
I'm feeling a little dizzy. My vision is kind of blurry. Hold on.
You all right? Mm-hmm. You ever had anybody feel like that in here?
Now we know that Rose was not, it would never have done something of this sort, but more than anything else, what tells us that this was not done by her, if you look in the O in Manson, has a peace symbol in it. And it's highly unlikely that Rose even knew what the peace symbol stood for.
Who was Rose?
She was born here in the area and felt that the town was her little town. And she was really very much the guardian of the community.
What do you know about the Manson carving on the wall that we looked at earlier?
He showed up with his disciples in his bus one day and was going to come camp out here in the courthouse. How he found out about the courthouse, who knows? But was going to camp out, and Rose come over and greeted him with trusty pistol in holster and shotgun in arm and said, "No, you're not. But there's a beautiful campground up the valley about 25 miles called Pine Creek. You're more than welcome to go up there."
And Rose never thought a thing of it until a few days later, or a few weeks later, she was down in Bishop visiting her son and happened to pick up a paper from down there that had a list of pictures of people that had been arrested down in Death Valley. And she recognized a couple of the young ladies that were in the pictures as being a couple that had been up here in Belmont at the time.
5 persons, including actress Sharon Tate, were found dead at the home of Miss Tate and her husband, screen director Roman Polanski.
And again, they considered themselves part of the Charles Manson family.
I often wonder what they considered peace.
It's hard to say. I'm sure that there was probably a wide range of philosophy within the group, of that period. And it was a tumultuous period of time in the, late 60s, early 70s. And that's probably the most photographed door jam in the whole world.
Do you think if Rose didn't have a weapon, the outcome would have been a lot different?
I don't think so.
If I wanted to kill somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
It's these walls, I just wish they could talk. Each one of them names.
Well, actually, I believe these walls are talking from what we heard.
1970s, when the building was taken over by the state as a state park, and it was closed up, and people were not allowed to come in except on tours, this type of thing.
The light just turned off.
Mm-hmm. There's a fully charged battery.
17 minutes into the interview, and the fully charged battery attached to our stationary light that lasts for hours completely drains.
Well, spirits are said to drain batteries.
Batteries, yeah.
That should last hours.
We believe the ghosts at the Belmont Courthouse are gathering up energy for what will be some of our most unforgettable experiences at a haunted location.
So this was the courtroom?
This was the courtroom. The judge used to sit right here, and we figure the way the room is laid out, he sat between them two windows so that nobody could get a shot at him from the backside.
But with this being a courtroom, I mean, you know how courtrooms are. People sometimes, it's either life or death, you know, or you just lose your freedom. Right. Imagine that energy that would contain itself in here.
As we conclude our interviews, everyone except Celia and I leave the building so that I can film interior B-roll of the courthouse. What happens during this time leaves us both completely speechless.
You heard that?
Just heard walking. Was it up there?
Yeah.
Upstairs?
Yes. It sounded like it was up here.
Hello? Is there anyone up there?
You heard it, right?
Yeah, I heard footsteps. I heard footsteps. I thought it was coming from up here.
It was clearly up here, I swear. Well, that's why I stopped what I was doing, because I heard the footsteps and I was like, do you hear that? It was like, no.
All right.
Stop.
We're... I thought I heard a man's voice. Is that my shadow? That wasn't, I just seen a freaking shadow.
Are you serious?
I'm out of breath because I'm sweaty. I'm doing B-roll. I just had Celia come up here with me to hold the light. And we heard footsteps up here in this attic area where these dilapidated looking stairs are right here. These stairs are crooked, okay?
Now what, was this up here just the attic?
That goes up into the cupola, and somewhere along the line, it really started to list. It never collapsed. It's just pinned with square nails.
Man,
That flashlight.
I feel like it's luring us up here.
You could hear it moving.
There's no one up here. We are the only ones here. And we're gonna be here all night by ourselves. I'll have a camera definitely on this all night.
We clearly heard footsteps. That was crazy.
We're gonna be here by ourselves all night. If you wanna communicate with us, talk with us, that would be great. We wanna hear your voice, we wanna see you. If you can do that again later, once we begin our investigation, that'll help us out a lot. And if you need help, we'll try to do the same. Once the sun begins to set, we decide to leave a camera in the hallway for over 20 minutes while we sit in our car, and this is what we captured. All right, we're getting ready to begin our investigation here at the Belmont Courthouse. Now, as you've seen earlier, we had a lot of interaction. We already had disembodied voices. We had phantom footsteps. So, Celia, are you ready to begin the investigation?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's go see what we can find.
Okie dokie.
All right, Celia and I are here to communicate with whatever spirits is roaming these halls. We've already witnessed paranormal things happen in here before we even started our investigation.
And we come with respect.
We don't mean any harm. We're just investigators. We want to document your presence. We want to speak to you. We can see you.
Tell us your story.
Can you make a sound upstairs for us right now if you're upstairs? There's a meter up there as well. Can you make that go off? Let's go back here into the room where the man killed himself. Adam McClain, are you here with us? We were setting up the camera. You made that meter over there to the right of Celia go off. These little devices that I have set up, if you go toward them, they will light up if you touch them. You use your energy. That literally just went off.
Thank you.
Can you do that again?
Try to use all of your energy, all your energy to try to light that up. It's not going to hurt you. Okay, if you can't light that one up, if you touch this one right here next to me, it'll give a nice bright light.
All right, I'm gonna bring out the spirit box. The spirit box scans through white noise. You can use that and speak to us through that. Again, it will not hurt you. It only helps us communicate with you. Right as I'm turning on the SB11, Celia captures a very bright anomaly float into the room where I'm standing, then dart off to the left of me. It seems to be very curious of the noise coming from the spirit box. This will not be the last time it makes its presence known. Alright, let's walk through the building now and see if we can get anything in any of the other rooms in here.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, it is pitch black in here, the same as outside. We can't see anything in here other than what we're viewing through our viewfinder on our cameras. We continue to walk around for 8 minutes with no voices coming through the spirit box when our thermal camera at the other end of the hall catches this. What's unique about this voice is it doesn't come to the SB11, nor are we talking, and we're the only ones in the building. What's that? I thought I heard someone going, ah, ah. I swear, I keep hearing a voice, but it's not through the SB11.
Turn it off.
Hello? Can you speak again? It's right here. It's said to have been carved by Charles Manson and the Manson family. They stayed here for just a little bit before they committed those murders.
What the hell was that?
What was it?
Whatever it was.
What was that?
I don't know.
What'd you hear?
I heard some shh.
That's what I heard. Oh my God, why is my finger burning?
Your pinky
My
finger?
pinky finger is hot. It is burning.
Wanna touch it? Oh yeah, what the hell?
I've got cold chills all over me.
Who's here with us?
I don't know, my pinky started burning whenever I started talking about that. Right as I start talking about the Manson family, Celia and I both hear a disembodied voice that my finger that's closest to the Manson carving begins to burn.
I heard some shh.
That's what I heard. Oh my God, why is my finger burning? What's really eerie is when I mention my finger burning, my camera's audio, which is pointed at the Manson name, picks up a disturbing disembodied laugh. We investigate this area for 15 more minutes with no other experiences until we head up the stairs and I'm once again targeted. All right, we're coming upstairs.
I hope it's okay with you. We're asking permission, please.
You see anything? Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Camera up. Anything. No. Anything.
Oh, no.
Nothing?
I'm getting dizzy, no.
Something just pulled my hair. Are you serious?
No way.
There's nothing here.
No.
Nothing. You didn't see anything on the camera?
No.
Something just pulled it up like this. Look. That's what it felt like. Something just grabbed my hair.
Was it like...
Wasn't no like a little light dusting or anything like that. That was something that literally felt, lifted my hair up from my head. Shortly before this happens, I capture what we believe to be as energy shoot up towards my face, then seconds later my hair is pulled. This capture is incredible. The fact that this appears just before my hair is pulled is no coincidence.
There's been other groups here that has seen an Indian lady both standing at the head of this staircase and at the top staircase going up into the attic.
At this point into our investigation, the energy we're feeling in the Belmont Courthouse seems to be getting stronger. I want to go over this way. What was that? What was that?
I was back there.
Did you hear that?
I had, hey.
Hello? I'm just going to turn this off. It seems like every time we start to do...
Something happens.
That was a deep man's voice. I heard, ooh, I don't know what it was. You heard hey?
I heard, hey. I don't want to lean on the wall, sorry.
Hello?
Courtroom, maybe.
Can you say something else for us? Done heard you multiple times now.
Who touched Jonathan? Were you just trying to get his attention to tell him to stop coming up the stairs? I hear that.
Heard a banging noise. If you're upstairs there in the attic, can you make a noise? I seen a shadow go by there earlier whenever we heard those footsteps. I just seen a freaking shadow. Can you walk by again so we can see you? Alright, I think it's time that we split up and
There's movement. There's movement all up there. Oh my God. Holy shit. It's at the edge. Who's there? It's right there. Who's there? Are you looking down at us?
I don't feel comfortable. I really don't.
That isn't the roof popping. That is the floor.
And on the edge, right here, right where we're standing, as if someone is standing there looking over, watching us.
That's where I saw something white.
Look like a white mist you seen
Yeah.
at the edge
At
where
the-
we're hearing.
The edge right where the H is right there.
What we're experiencing has us both chilled to the core. It has been non-stop activity since we stepped foot into this building.
The light just turned off.
Walking, coming from up there. We are literally hearing someone walk back and forth on the edge of the attic entrance, where earlier I witnessed a shadow and Celia seen a white mist.
I saw something white.
Even though we do not feel safe going up these stairs because of how they are structurally, I grab our lights and head to the top just to make sure the attic is empty. After finding nothing in the attic, we've decided that I'll investigate the courthouse alone while Celia goes outside to the jail cells by herself. Okay, it's just me now in here. Jonathan.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm hoping that you can speak with me. Make some noises, show me that you're here. Are you kidding me? There was a rock just thrown.
He was standing at the base of the stairs talking, and something threw a rock from the second floor down towards him.
Thank you. Was that you?
To place this light right here.
Sir, Celia.
Yes?
Okay, I'm sitting here. I haven't even left the door. I'm inside.
And I was telling whatever's here to communicate with me.
To make some kind of noise, and there was literally a rock thrown.
That's not good. I don't know if you should be there alone.
I'm gonna make my way back here to the back. I want to turn on a different spirit box. This one has a lot of energy coming through it. Okay, I want to reach out to either Mary Ann, Dave, which they called Indian Dave, or Adam, or possibly Rose, or either one of you here. I am there. Who are you? What is your name? Marianne?
Marianne, oh my God. Did you hear that? They just said her name. Thank you.
It's just me in the cell. If there's anyone here with me that would like to talk to me, please do so now. Light up that meter. It won't hurt you at all. Can you say your name? Can you talk into that camera right there?
Who was it that touched my hair? Marion? Oh my God! Marion, oh my God, they said it again! Is she here? I heard Dave. Dave's here? My eyes are literally watering. If you can tell, my eyes are watering right now. That is intelligent communication, guys. Intelligent communication. Is Marianne here with us? I'm here.
Can you knock on the cell? I hear like gravel moving outside. Hearing a little weird noises outside.
And I just want to point this out to you guys that are watching this right now that are very, very skeptical about this. We're on a mountain. We're over an hour away from really any other kind of civilization. There's no electricity. There's nothing here but a few people that have built their own homes here. Okay, so if you were to say that any reason that this would be hacked, there's no possible way that they would have any signal or anything. On top of that, how would they know the things that are coming through and answering these questions like this? This is insane, it really is. It's mind-blowing. You think about this. There is something on the other side. There's literally people responding to my questions right now.
Okay, I'll go into this one. Is there anyone in here right now that would like to talk to me? Were you in here for murder, assault, bank robbery?
What is that name right there on top? He wasn't a great guy at all. Can you tell me the last name?
So basically, I keep hearing like shuffling the gravel outside, but there's nobody out there. Can you bang on the cell?
Is there anyone in here? This what area here? What is this area here? Do you hang out in here? All right, come on over here to the front.
On my way.
It's me. coming to say hello. Hopefully you can talk to me. Marion, if you're here, please talk to me. This is an amazing place. And I think it's awesome that you were a part of keeping an eye on this wonderful courthouse.
Heading over here to the original jail cells that they have here. Let's see if there's any type of energy in there. Maybe residual or intelligent, or maybe nothing. We'll find out. All right. There we go. Were you killed in here? Killed. I also heard here. How?
Adam McLean, are you here right now? Can you light that little device up like you did earlier? Are you happy that we came to visit? Okay, I'm going to turn this off, okay? Thank you for talking. Goodbye.
Were you hung out here? The gallows? I heard that you suffered.
He suffered in the records for over 12 minutes.
Yeah, he suffered.
Yeah.
Come on in. Do you have a millimeter on you? Huh?
No.
Well, the millimeter went off upstairs.
You heard it all?
I did when you called. When you called just now. I heard it going off.
Okay. If it was this causing it, it would have went off. It's right above us. So it should have went off. If it were this.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was that. I was over there.
You heard it go off?
Yeah, when you called me, I heard it going off in the background.
This has been one of our most intense investigations to date. We've had visual, audible, and personal experiences from start to finish. The ghosts at the Belmont Courthouse are more than willing to make their presence known to those that seek the supernatural.
Alright guys, real quickly, we want to give everyone that purchased our limited shirt for this Halloween a big, huge thank you. The location that we're at right now, the Belmont Courthouse in Belmont, Nevada, really appreciates it because all that money we donated to them to help in their efforts to restore the courthouse. And from what they told us, that's the biggest donation that they've received from any paranormal group coming in here. And Celia is going to shout out to everyone who contribute to that right now.
All right, shout out to Rita R.S. Sanchez, Deanna Bradshaw, Samantha Roby, Spiritually Bad to the Bone, You can follow him on YouTube or Instagram. Nancy Rocha, Donna Hines, Alexander Monco at the Be Good Barbershop, and Curtis and James, and last but not least, Gina York. Thank you guys so much.